In this video, I will show how I made my homemade root rake for my bulldozer. It came out real nice. And I used 100% scrap metal to manufacture this rake. This is the pipe I use. It's 5/16 thick, 5/16 of inch thick. I use this cardboard to wrap it around the pipe and then mark the pipe so when I cut it with the torch, I could cut it square. And this is the dimension of this pipe. I also cut these tines out of 1 inch thick blade. I made sure to cut everything perfect so I don't have to fill it with welding. And this show how the end of the pipe came square. I set to these two angles on the ground and I shim them until they 100% level. So I use those as tracks when I welded the other tines, so they come out all perfect to each other at one line. And I also hardened the tips of these tines because they just mild steel. As you see, all the roundness of these tines, they're perfect. They fit the pipe perfectly, so I don't have to fill them with weld. And at this point, I stopped working on the rake until I finish the bulldozer. Over here is show my homemade pins I made for the rake. This is the only thing that brand new or manufactured for this rake. The pins, they lock the actual hinging pin in place. And over here is show how I put shoulder on the pins, and I made sure it's deep so they will fit easy if I have to push them in. Over here it show footage when I got the bulldozer running. I decide to finish the rake before I paint the bulldozer. As you see, it's rusted. It's been like 9 months since I started working on it. I cut everything for this rake back when I start on it. The small parts I was able to wrap them in plastic so they didn't rust, but the rake itself, it's very wide, so it stayed in the weather. That's why it's heavily rusted. But I did grind it and wire brush it before I paint it. I decided to weld these gussets between the tines so they will act as a cutting edge, and also they add strength to the tines and to the rake itself. They go between all the tines. As you see, everything is tight fit, so welding it, it's very easy. And also from the tip of the tine to the cutting edge of this blade is about 16 inch. And the rake does go into the ground 16 inch. Over here, I decided how I'm gonna mount it. I'm gonna remove those welded blade on the top of the bulldozer blade. I don't know what they used them for before. And over here, I'm explaining my idea on how to build it, that when I push against the dirt, the rake will rest on the cutting edge, and then if something is stuck, I back off and the root rake will rise from the ground and clear itself. And over here I'm explaining how I'm gonna weld the arm. I still have to weld the other side. threads. I have to remove these. They have them welded here. They were in the way. And I forgot to bring the pins. I made some pins for it, but I forgot to bring them, so. It's ready to be painted. This is my homemade rake, painted and ready to go.